don't know how to run correctly or right. So I try to put some of the warm-up drills in there that will help your kids learn how to run better and move better. Okay, so the biggest thing I see with young kids is they run, their arms are out like this, and they try to run and try to move, or they're flat-footed, or they stand up straight. So I try to incorporate some bending and some movement into the warm-up itself. Okay, I do change it, like Coach Sidwell said, I do change it based on level. I do base it changed on a little bit on the sport. Okay, and there's variations you guys can throw in here. Okay, I also add in mobility and movement work for these guys. Mobility and movement work at the end after you do dynamic stuff basically helps the kids get moving, works on their flexibility, and also adds a little conditioning piece into it. Okay, as Derek and Danny would attest to, my warm-ups suck. Okay, they will tell you flat out, my warm-ups are more like a workout. Okay, and as the season goes on, as time goes on, they get better at them, and their conditioning level gets better, so you don't have to run the crap out of them at the end. Okay, so baseline-wise, the warm-up should take you no more than like 12 to 15 minutes at absolute most. It's going to take you a little bit longer as you go and as you get started with it, but 12 to 15 minutes max. Okay, I have in the beginning to jog 1 or 2 laps, only because most kids, they've been sitting around playing video games all day at the pool doing nothing basically all day. So I make them get up and move a little bit before I ask them to sprint, before I ask them to shuffle, so they don't tear something or pull something. Okay, most boys, I would have to say 90% of boys are inflexible. Okay, so flexibility, if they're inflexible, they've been sitting on the couch all day, and then you go and you ask them to do a high knee or a straight leg run or shuffle or lunge, they're going to pull something or something's going to happen. Okay, this will also help prevent some of the muscle things that go on. If kids have been training properly, if they've been training in the summer, I'm sure you guys are going to see it when you guys start on August 1. How many kids did nothing all the summer except for play video games? And I'm pretty sure you're going to see a good raise of hand of kids that have done nothing. So you're coming up against kids that basically just sat on the couch. There'll be a few that have done stuff. There'll be a few that actually went out and did some programs. But a lot of kids don't. So some of you guys are going to start from ground zero with your kids. And you have to start with, okay, this is a lunge, things like that. All right? So we're going to go through, all you need really is 20 yards or it's 15 yards. That's all you need. You don't need any more than that. Okay? Every movement is done with a purpose. Every movement should be crisp, and every movement should be done perfect. Okay? I tell the kids all the time, perfect practice makes perfect. Okay? If you practice and you go through the motions and you do a lunge and you're dropping your knee down and kids do this, okay, it's not helping them get any better. It's just reiterating bad technique. Same thing on the football field. Okay? Kids don't get it right, you got to spend time with the kids doing the right technique. All right, so first thing you do, start the kids, jog 1 or 2 laps, depending on how much space you have. You could do a warm-up drill in this space. All right, so first thing I'm going to have Danny and Derek do, okay, on your sheet. Okay, it gives you a traveling movement, and then it gives you a dynamic movement. So all they're going to do is they're going to walk a walking high knee hug. They're going to walk and pull their knee up into their chest, just go like 5 or 6. All the way up. Get a good stretch. So stretch out your butt, stretching out your hamstrings. Okay. Typically 10 yards, set it up 10 yards. From there, they're going to do a nice, easy skip. So just a skip, a couple yards. Okay. You'll do that. You have 1 or 2 options. You can go down and back with it, or just go one way. Your choice, depending on how much time you have and how much time you want to spend with your kids. Next one is a walking quad stretch. Okay. They're going to grab and pull their heel up to their butt. Pause it for a second. Go about 3 on each leg. Little forward lean, stretching out the quad. Yes, I know they're going to have gear on. Okay, they're going to have to get to learn how to move with their gear. From there, they're going to do a power skip. Okay, get up, nice and tall. Okay, again, it would be set up 10 yards, and then another 10 yards in which they would do their power skip. Okay.
Hold it.
Forward lunge with arm action. Now, at the end of the mobility, I have an arm action, a seated arm action drill. I'll show you guys. Okay, there's three key things in getting kids to run better. 1 is arm action, 2 is running on the balls of their feet, and 3 is getting their knees up when they run. So I'll go through a little bit of that at the end so you guys can incorporate that or know what you're talking about or saying to your kids. Alright, so the next thing is forward lunge with arm action. Up down when you run is cheek to cheek with the hands. Okay? Face cheek to butt cheek. So you'll see a lot of kids, they want to go same arm, same leg, and not move. Okay, from there they'll go rapid high knee run, so we'll go back, rapid high knee run, knees up, toes up. Again, it's the arm action drill, okay? Punching the elbow straight back, cheek to cheek with the hands, okay? Next one will be lateral lunge. Have them face one way. So you're going to take like 5 steps, lateral lunge. You're going to shift left, shift right, and then step together. Right, shift left, step together. Lateral lunge is one of the most abused exercises that kids do. Okay, they sit down like this and their knees are bent. Really work on making them sit back side to side, keeping their chest up. Okay, then they go into a shuffle. So you're just gonna shuffle, shuffle. Good defensive position, butts down, staying on the balls of the feet. Okay, I see kids do this. They stand up or they jump and they pop in the middle. Try to get your kids to stay nice and low. Okay, on the football field line, you guys, they want to stay low. Good athletic position. Same thing, you have to reiterate and tell them on their lateral lunge or lateral shuffle to stay low. Same thing going back, lateral lunge. So on this it says lateral lunge by 2. Okay, so lateral lunge. Side to side, and then you'll shuffle. Typo says turn and sprint, supposed to be shuffle on that one. Straight leg kick, straight leg run. Kick the leg up, high as you get it, work on your hamstring flexibility, kick that leg up, and then they're going to go into a straight leg run. Lean back, pulling with the ball of the foot. Okay, again, 10 yards, 10 yards. Okay, from there, it's shuffle down and back. All right, so stay nice and low, you'll shuffle down, shuffle back. Butt stays down low. Good base, solid base, keep your butt down. Okay, next one is a crossover run. It's not a karaoke, okay? So, karaoke is crossing over and under, okay? I like doing crossover run instead because it gets your kids to learn how to turn their hips fast and move fast, okay? So, Derek, do a karaoke for me for 1 second. So, Derek's gonna do a karaoke. Good for getting footwork going, but if you want to turn it into running technique and running action, crossover run. Danny's gonna crossover run. Ready, go. Cross. Keep your hips square. Hips stay square. Crossing over. Cover somebody. Okay. So coming back, I want you to crossover run again. Okay. And I want to show you something. So crossover run. Sorry, Danny. Crossover run. When I clap my hands, I want you to turn and sprint. Ready, go. Crossover run. Okay. Crossover run. That's the reason why I go crossover run. It's an easy transition. Pop the hips to turn yourself into a sprint. Okay. You're doing a karaoke, both you guys do karaoke. Now and then turn to sprint. Karaoke. Takes 2 steps longer to go into a karaoke turn and sprint, okay? So if you teach your kids how to turn their hips and pop, crossover run is a much easier way to do it than going into movement, okay? Next one is a backwards run. It says backwards run, turn right and then turn left, okay? So you go 10 yards, backwards run, or you can go off a clap or a go. It's backwards run. You're going to clap your hands, you're going to turn to the right, you're going to rip your arm around. So I'll say go and then go. When I say go again, rip your arm out. To the right. Ready, go. Backwards run. Go. Rip to the right, turn, sprint. Perfect. Okay. Next time through, it's turn, rip to the left. Ready, go. Backwards run. Go. Turn, rip to the left. Okay. Think about, especially your lineman, think about ripping that arm around. Last one for the movement is sprint, okay? 10-yard sprint. Lineman, if you want, break it down to 5 yards, okay? If you were a lineman, you get into a 3-point stance. You can tell your guys to get into a positional stance, okay? So whatever position they are, positional stance, okay? And it's on a set, go. Set, go! Good. Either a 5 or 10-yard sprint. Careful, you guys don't have cleats on. One more time. Okay, it's on a set, go. Set, go! So linemen, make them get into a 3-point stance, make them stay down nice and low, all right? So that's traveling dynamic warm-up, okay? Next thing at the bottom is mobility, 2 or 3 sets, okay? Talk about arm action, okay? Sit on the ground, okay? Now I make the kids sit on the ground because it makes them realize how well or how much they use their arms when they run, okay? So you're going to start nice and slow, and you're going to take your hands and go cheek to cheek. When I say switch, you're going to punch your elbow straight back, all right? So nice and tall, switch, 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 switch. Relax, good. Now I go first gear, second gear, third gear on the sheet. It's 20 reps. So as the kids make sure they're not pinching their shoulders up. Make sure they're punching. I always say punch your dad in the gut. Straight back with your elbow. All right? So I'm going to go first gear, second gear, third gear. Here we go. First gear, cheek to cheek with the hands. Second gear goes a little faster. Third gear goes fast as you can. Drive your arms. Look downfield. Don't look down your lap. Punch, punch, punch. Good. Relax. Good. Okay, so if you notice, their arms drive their legs. Okay, the faster their arms move, their butts are bouncing up off the ground. You take them, make them stand up, show them how to use their arms when they run, moving that much faster. Okay, so that's one for mobility. Number two, then they're going to flip over. They're going to do Spider-Man stretch. Okay, so they're going to go into a plank position. Okay, 10 on each side. Now you can start with 5 if you want to. You're going to take your right foot and bring it up by your right hand. Now you're going to open up your right hand and reach open. Okay, and then bring it back down. If you're working on their hip mobility and flexibility, then alternate to the other side. Just do 5 on each side. 5 up and open. You can make them do 5, you can have them do 10. Again, it's depending on time. Step up and open. Work on your flexibility. 5 on each side. Then you make them go into 10 push-ups. Okay? Perfect push-ups. Just don't do push-ups again. They go into mountain climbers. You do 20 mountain climbers. That's 10 mountain climbers on each. Knees into the chest, make them run it out. Again, we talked about arms, arm action, knee action, being on the ball with your feet. Okay, this is one of the best drills you can do to get your kids to concentrate on getting their knees up. And you flip over, 10 sit-ups. 10 sit-ups, all the way up, all the way down. 5, and it'll pop up to 20 jumping jacks. Okay, pop up, 20 jumping jacks, get your arms all the way up, all the way down. Again, this is a basic warm-up you can use with little kids all the way up. It's not wasting a lot of time or spending a lot of time, okay? But it's getting you guys to move, warm up. That right there, you can go through 2 or 3 times, okay? Last thing, not on this sheet, just a couple things to help you guys with the running movement, okay? And movement with your kids. Arm action, knee drive, and being on the ball with your feet, okay? So we did the arm action, cheek to cheek, okay, with the hands. If you get your kids to run on the ball with their feet, they won't sound heavy, they won't be heavy. If they run on their heels, they're going to be slow. So I make the kids put the hands by their face, and we do a little jumping drill, okay? And I tell them to bounce the ball with their feet, and jump up, ball with your feet, ready, go. Punch your elbows straight down. Just one right after the other, bounce. Punch your elbows straight down, bounce. I tell them to punch their elbows faster. Punch your elbows faster. Punch your elbows fast as you go. Drive, 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 drive. It's actually a fun drill. Stop. It's a fun drill for the kids. It makes them forget about actually having to move. Okay? But that shows you arms driving faster, get your legs to move faster. The other thing is knee drive. Okay? Last thing I want you guys to do is just a walking march. Get your knees up and your toes up. Walk and march this way. Okay, ready to go. Opposite arm, opposite leg. This is something you guys can also add in. Cheek to cheek, punching your elbows straight back. Getting your kids to learn how to punch the elbow back, okay? Arms are going across their bodies. Alright, and then go into an easy skip. So when you do the easy skip on here, now they have their arm action. Nice easy skip with the arm action. Same on the warm-up, rapid high knee run, knees up, toes up, go. Drive your arms, punch your elbows, and it just flows right into their knees up and toes up, getting your arms moving. Again, I know you guys don't have a whole lot of time to go through running mechanics, running drills and stuff, alright? If you guys want me to come to a practice, when you guys start, I will come and I'll help you guys run through some stuff. You just gotta ask me. I'm gone next week to the World Games, but other than that, I'm around. You guys get my email for Sid. Alright, questions? Does that help? Give you guys like a standard kind of warm up, getting your kids to move, getting rid of the old school run 2 laps kind of thing, get them to move a little bit. Even with conditioning, if you guys want help with like agility drills, movement drills, conditioning, just ask me. Coach Sid has my email address or my cell phone. I'll come to a practice I did last year with the A squad a few times last year. So I'm here. Use me.
Thank you.